Good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Stone Shaver here. Starting off on our KX cam overlooking Minot. Nice and dark still this morning. Good morning, everyone out there in Minot. Temperatures right now pretty mild. We're looking at that mid to lower 50s, maybe some upper 50s down to the south. So it's going to be a cooler one today. We can see that in our highs here. We're looking at mid to lower 70s. It's a lot cooler than yesterday. Make sure you stick around because I'll be going over the rain chances the rest of the week and what our temperature will be like. Good Day Dakota starts right now.
It's gonna be a good day, so let's get it started.
Live from KX News, this is Good Day Dakota.
Good morning and welcome to Good Day Dakota. I'm Alicia Huff.
And I'm Josh Many. Thank you for waking up with us on this Tuesday morning. Well, as everyone is starting to know, the Bismarck Marathon's this weekend.
Yeah, it's a big race. I know a lot of folks who participate in that and kind of wondering if our own Joe Porter will participate. He's a marathon runner.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
You like to run, but you said you're not quite up to the task this year.
It's a lot of pounding on the pavement, right?
Yeah.
I'm more for the trails.
Oh, okay. Trails
that's
versus pavement. Okay. Well, maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
In other news this morning, leading local Ideal Option, a national leader in evidence-based outpatient treatment for addiction to opioids, has opened up a new clinic in Bismarck. The new clinic is located on West Division Avenue and offers treatment plans to stop opioid addiction. Each patient gets a chance to visit with a specialist who provides them with face-to-face patient care. And providers say that the new clinic is in a more central location, which will help to better serve patients living in Bismarck and Mandan, and there are no wait times for patients.
And we are here to really help them along that journey of recovery. We are low barrier access to care. We don't have any wait times. We are accepting new patients. We take walk-in patients. So we are ready and willing to meet people where they are.
And this is the second location now for Ideal Option, and the original location is on Airport Road, which is still open. And according to Bismarck Police, officers seized nearly 10,000 pills containing either fentanyl or oxycodone in 2021.
Man is now in jail after he took off on a high-speed chase through Williston over the weekend. Happened on Sunday morning around 8 o'clock when Williston police officers tried to pull over a fleeing driver. Williams County Sheriff's deputies assisted and say the driver, James Magley, took off heading west on Highway 2, going over 100 miles an hour. Deputies say Magley was driving recklessly and even crashed into one deputy's patrol vehicle, causing serious damage. They say Magley then crashed into a building before running off. Deputies chased him down and arrested him. He's now charged with felony counts of reckless endangerment and fleeing with several misdemeanor charges, including a possession of meth. Magley is now being held at Williams County Jail. Williams County Sheriff's Office leaders say they're thankful nobody was seriously hurt in the incident.
Now look at our international news this morning. Queen Elizabeth II leaves Scotland for the final time today. A Royal Air Force plane will take her coffin to England, where it will then be met by the royal family at Buckingham Palace. Through the night, thousands of Scots paid their final respects to the Queen at St. Giles Cathedral in Edinburgh.
This morning, it's been weeks since school has been in session, but one particular behavior can be found and unwanted at any school district. That's bullying. According to StopBullying.gov, 19% of students grades 9 through 12 reported being victims of bullying. With technology, victims don't always meet their bully in person, but through social media. KX News spoke with a student about how she stands against bullying, along with what one school district has in place for disciplinary action if this were to happen on school grounds or even behind closed doors.
Could be some suspensions. It could get very severe that kids are actually removed and placed at a different school.
There is information available on identifying the signs of your child may be a victim of bullying, and that can be found on our website, kxnet.com.
Well, there's a lot going on this weekend in the North Dakota outdoors. On Friday, youth deer season opens across the state, and on Saturday and Sunday, kids 15 and under will get a chance to hunt waterfowl. Plus, the special veteran and active military personnel waterfowl season is also set to begin, and the youth waterfowl weekend is open to legally licensed residents and non-resident youth waterfowl hunters. And also happening this weekend, veterans and members of the armed forces on active duty, including members of the National Guard and reserves on active duty, may hunt ducks, geese, coots, and mergansers statewide. For both hunts, the daily limits are the same as the regular season. So if you are interested in Game and Fish Department has a virtual duck hunting mentor webpage with all the basics, including the license requirements, regulations, gear recommendations, and tips for finding a good place to hunt.
Do you have your running shoes ready? Well, you better, because the longest running marathon in North Dakota begins in 3 days. The Bismarck Marathon's 41st year kicks off Thursday with a kids race. Friday will be the 5K for those who want a slower paced race. Saturday is the full marathon, where runners will start at Cottonwood Park. This year, committee members are expecting up to 3,000 people in the marathon. Preparation for the marathon began as early as last year, right after the 2021 marathon ended.
And it's really just a never-ending cycle of monthly meetings, and then as we get closer, it's meeting every single week and trying to figure out what the best way to set up the route, best way to tear down the route, and with a lot of help from our volunteers, Bismarck Marathon weekend is a breeze.
And last year, the marathon raised about $55,000, and with more participants this year, they're expecting an even better turnout.
Yeah, and all of the proceeds of the weekend's events, they will go to local charities and nonprofits that help out in the Bismarck-Mandan community.
We need to make a correction, because they said the 5K will be there for those who want a slower pace. That's not true at all.
Oh, gotcha.
This is a shorter
It's shorter, but not necessarily slower.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Generally
good
a faster pace.
A faster pace. That's shorter. Okay. Good to know. I don't know. I'm not the runner. Still to come on Good Day Dakota this morning, a legendary trophy paid our state a visit.
Yeah, we'll tell you why it's here. That's coming up next. And stay tuned for meteorologist Stone Schaefer's full forecast. I'm sure he knows a thing or two about the Stanley Cup, but he also knows a lot about the weather coming our way.
You're watching Good Day Dakota with Alicia Huck, Josh Menny, and weather with meteorologist Stone Schaefer. Good Day Dakota, putting North Dakota first.
You're a weekend warrior. How about having a truck to match? This fall, get your chance to win a 2022 Chevy Silverado at Four Bears Casino. We're giving away this all-black beauty just in time before the roads get rough. It's got four-wheel drive, plus remote start and backup camera. Start earning entries to win this all-black 2022 Chevy Silverado at Four Bears Casino, September 1st until the big prize drawing on October 29th. Follow the winning road now to Four Bears Casino and Lodge.
My name is Austin James. As a musician living with diabetes, finger sticks can be a real challenge. That's why I use the Freestyle Libre 2 system. With a painless 1-second scan, I know my glucose numbers without finger sticks. Now I'm managing my diabetes better, and I've lowered my A1C from 8.2 to 6.7.
Take the mystery out of managing your diabetes and lower your A1C. Now you know. Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
Northern Plains Equipment is looking for experienced service technicians, excellent pay, benefits, work-life balance, and opportunities to grow within the company. Take the next step in your career and apply today with Northern Plains Equipment. Check out this job and more at kxnetjobs.com.
Wake up to a whole new you on a Tempur-Pedic mattress during September at Keating Furniture World. Right now, when you buy any Tempur-Pedic during September, you'll receive a $300 in-store credit. We have a wide selection of Tempur-Pedics in stock, plus no interest for 5 years. Take an in-store rest test during September, and you could win a free queen-size Tempur-Pedic Adapt Medium Hybrid mattress. Get sleep like you've never experienced on a Tempur-Pedic. Now, during September, exclusively at Keating Furniture World.
At Ellison Assisted Living in Minot, our focus is on residents first. Ellison Assisted Living is the region's expert on assisted living, covering all aspects of our residents' well-being, from 24-hour care and chef-prepared meals to activities that nourish the mind, body, and spirit, all in a charming small-town living community full of friends and compassionate care. Find us at ellisonminot.com or give us a call to arrange a tour and discover the Ellison difference.
Leading local tonight, the shelter in Bismarck has now...
And leading local and other news is
news at 9. Leading local, a haze...
Leading local, North Dakotans could be voting.
Leading local for the communities we serve. KX News, putting North Dakota first.
The best way to wake up in the morning is with Good Day Dakota.
Welcome back, everyone. Meteorologist Stone Schaefer here. We're going to start this look on our KX Quad Cam network here. We can see temperatures sitting in that mid to upper 50s range. Got some pretty gusty winds this morning, but those will pick up. This is a little bit sad for some people. We'll take a look. Sunset this morning is at 7:18 a.m. We're about 12 hours and 40 minutes. But this is the first day that our sunset is now earlier than 8 p.m. We're going to have a sunset about 7:58. So yesterday was at 8 p.m. It's the first day earlier than 8 p.m. And for your full day forecast today, we're looking at partly sunny skies. You have mid 70s, maybe some upper 70s. You'll have increasing cloud cover due to the day, maybe a little bit breezy. You'll have an east wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Could see a gust up to 25 to 30 miles per hour. Make sure you stick right here because I'll be going over how the rest of the week is looking and much, much more.
All right, thank you, Stone. The oldest trophy in North America has made its way to Mandan.
And all thanks to a local coach who played a big part in winning the Stanley Cup.
Our Luke Gamble has the story.
It's one of the most iconic trophies in all of sports, and it's just within reaching distance. More importantly, it brought thousands of visitors to Starion Sports Complex in Mandan on Monday, and it made one local man's dream come true.
Colorado has won the Stanley Cup.
That's a moment that won't be forgotten by many, but especially not Mandan native Casey Bond, the head strength and conditioning coach for the Colorado Avalanche for the past 10 seasons.
So then all of a sudden there's 2 minutes left and looks like you're going to win, counts down. So then it is surreal. You run on the ice and everybody's going crazy, but it takes a long time to set in.
Bond has had 2.5 months for it to set in, but all he wanted was a chance to bring the cup home. An opportunity that came through at the last second, but will be cherished forever.
People have been asking how many times it's been in North Dakota. I know it's been to Grand Forks once. I don't know beyond that. Like it's such a huge deal, and I mean anybody that grows up playing this sport, it's a dream. It's a dream come true for me to just be a small part of it, but then to be able to have a day with it and bring it and share it here. And this is home. This is where I'm from.
Bond says the moments spent with his family during this time have been the most important, with many traveling several states to see him carry the cup.
The coolest part then was when they finally let the families come down, and my wife was there. Our wives were all down and could come on the ice and just spend that time after the game. That was when it really started to set in.
But for the people of North Dakota, both old and young alike, it's an opportunity to celebrate an achievement and strive for something of their own.
It just brings the notoriety of the game of hockey. You know, in this region, doesn't happen very often. We're going to take advantage of what we can.
Casey and his family spent several hours hanging out with their family, friends, and fans in Mandan on Monday, and he even got a chance to take the trophy to his late father's gravesite to spend some time with him as well. In Mandan, for KX, I'm Luke Gamble.
I saw the photos. My sister and her family were there, big Avalanche fans.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
You have some, nephews or something?
Yeah, I have
really
a couple
big?
nephews who are big into hockey. One of them graduated. The other one is up and coming. He's a sixth grader, the 7th grade. I get them all mixed up. I have too many.
Well, you know, North
6th
Dakota, it just reminds me of hockey, really.
I know.
It's
It
this
is.
neck of the woods. Right?
Yeah, it wasn't as big when I was, Class B, smaller school, for me anyway, in the small schools. But yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
It's a good cold state for hockey.
A lot of ice out here.
That's right.
Still to come this morning on Good Day Dakota, prices for new vehicles are hitting new highs.
And we will tell you more about that coming up at 5:23. And also we have a new photo here from the community. This one is from Richard Craig in the Magic City. That is gorgeous. Just a gorgeous sight. Thank you very much, Richard.
Yeah, and be sure to like and follow us on Facebook for the latest photos, news, and weather. And meteorologist Stone Schaefer has a full forecast straight ahead.
To keep putting North Dakota first, KX News at 6 is now a full hour. More local stories from across the region, local weather for where you live, and your local sports team scores and highlights. KX News, weekdays from 6 to 7. Hour-by-hour forecasts, live radar, weather alerts. With the KX Storm Team app, you're protected 24/7 with a notification system you customize to automatically adjust to your location. Get the app, get the alerts. Download the KX Storm Team app today. KX News at 4 is for you. Join anchor Joel Porter to learn what's new in tech, your student's classroom, your finances, the latest scams to be aware of, what's happening in our communities, North Dakota destinations to visit, and more, including a check of the day's local news. And meteorologist Tom Schrader will bring your weather forecast. KX News at 4 is for you, putting North Dakota first. Weekdays at 4 on KX. When you're planning your day, the forecast matters.
And we've got you covered. Just say,
Hey Amber, plan my day.
it's easy. Use your phone, record a video with your name, where you're from, and I'll give you your personal forecast on Good Day Dakota. Just send in your video via Facebook or email and say,
Hey Amber!
Hey Amber, plan my day. Sponsored by Sundry Sand and Gravel.
For millions of people in America, a daily meal isn't a choice between different dishes. It's a choice between food and other crucial needs, like medicine, electricity, or childcare. Food shouldn't be an impossible choice. Now you have a choice too. How will you choose to end hunger? Join the fight to end hunger this September during Hunger Action Month.
Leading local. At KX News, we don't just tell you the story, we become part of the story. We serve our communities by working together to help improve the places we call home. We join in on the fun, exploring and reporting from the local events that educate and entertain. And we keep you and your family safe and informed with local forecasts you can rely on. Leading local for the communities we serve. KX News, putting North Dakota first.
Weather with the KX News Storm Team.
It's 5:16. Welcome back on your Tuesday morning here. Another nice day yesterday. Like you said, we're having one nice, well, maybe not quite last, but it was close to 90. Did we hit 90?
I haven't even looked. I think some areas might have been close. I seen 89, so it was right
on
there.
The edge.
Yeah. Well, it feels like it's like one of the last days.
Yes. It definitely is. Maybe another hot day this week, but it's going to be a wet one the rest of the week. We're looking at a pretty wet weekend, but starting off on our KX cam here in Williston. Good morning to everyone out there. But temperatures right now, it's pretty nice actually. Looking at 52 degrees, a northeast wind at 12 miles per hour, and your dew point sitting at 52. And your KX cam in Dickinson, nice city lights out there. Temperatures right now sitting at 52 degrees. You got a northeast wind at 14 miles per hour, and your dew point is sitting at 46 degrees. Satellite radar, pretty much clear right now. Maybe a little bit of pop-up showers just off to the northwest. Those are dissipating just as they get in the state, so nothing too bad there. Maybe a sprinkle just as you're going out and about this morning. Temperatures right now, though, like I said, pretty nice. We're looking at that mid to upper 40s to some lower to mid 50s, even some upper 50s in Bismarck here. So it's a nice morning, a lot warmer than the last couple days, but we're starting to see that cooler pattern in the morning where we're just going to start getting colder and colder as we get into September, even October, into that fall season. Wind speeds right now, pretty gusty actually. We're looking at 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe a little bit faster than that from the northeast, 14 in Rugby. So the wind's going to pick up through the day. We can see that on our wind trend. We're starting pretty calm, I'd say, about 11 miles per hour. And that's going to pick up to about 15 to 16. Some areas could see up to 20, and you'll see some wind gusts, maybe 25 to 30 miles per hour through the afternoon. It's going to be a windy next couple of days. Tomorrow, maybe even a little more gustier. We're looking at wind gusts tomorrow at like 35 to 40 miles per hour. So the next few days is going to be windy. Your highs today, though, not as warm as yesterday. We're looking at upper 60s, some lower 70s, maybe some mid 70s and upper 70s, just down to the south. That warm air is trying to stick around. It's going to move out, though, pretty quickly. Precision cast, clear skies for the rest of the day today. Some cloud cover here and there, but that's where our rain chance starts. We see Wednesday morning into Wednesday afternoon. That's when we're going to start to see our first pop-up shower here or there, pretty much more of the western portion of the state. But as it gets into Thursday into Friday morning, or Thursday afternoon into Friday morning, that's where we're going to see our most increased chance just throughout that central and western portion of the state. And that's going to stay. The rain chance is really just going to linger around into Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night. Pretty much we can see here, not much rain, pretty much Wednesday into Thursday. But as we get into Thursday into Friday morning, that's when we're going to see pretty much our heaviest rain chance. And then, like I said, that rain chance is going to linger the rest of the week, into the weekend, and maybe even into next week. It's going to be a pretty wet one this week. Highs tomorrow, well, we're looking a little bit hotter, looking at upper to mid 70s and some 80s to upper 80s down to the south. For your 3-day Dickinson forecast, we can see temperatures sitting nice. We do have that 20% chance of rain late on Thursday. Like I said, maybe a little bit breezy. Williston, same story there. A little bit breezy there. temperatures sitting in that mid-70 range. We'll drop down to the 60s on Thursday. For your Minot 7-day forecast, we can see rain chances pretty much extending all the way till Monday. Your temperatures will be nice in that upper 60s to lower 70s, maybe get to that mid-70 range by next Monday. And then Bismarck 7-day, again, we had that rain chance pretty much every day. Maybe some thunderstorms on Thursday night. We'll keep an eye on that. Nothing severe right now, but temperatures will be nice in that mid-70 range. And again, right back to that maybe upper 70s by next Monday.
Wow, yeah, you can't beat that.
No, temperatures are pretty perfect, but if you have any outdoor activities, just enough rain, I guess, maybe to put a little damper on it.
Yeah, definitely a sprinkle here or there.
Yeah.
Some areas obviously could have heavier rains that maybe dampen your day.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe some maintenance rain, right? That's what we've been talking about.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Stone. When we return on Good Day Dakota, this is the 5th month in a row that new vehicle prices have risen.
And we'll tell you what analysts have to say and much more in your consumer news. That's coming up after the break.
The day's top stories delivered to your inbox. Sign up for the KX Daily Newsletter today. Hour-by-hour forecasts, live radar, weather alerts. With the KX Storm Team app, you're protected 24/7 with a notification system you customize to automatically adjust to your location. Get the app, get the alerts. Download the KX Storm Team app today.
Leading local tonight, the shelter in Bismarck has now...
And leading local and other news at 9. Leading local, a haze...
Leading local, North Dakotans could be voting.
Leading local for the communities we serve. KX News, putting North Dakota first.
Preble Medical Services is your experienced and trusted provider of a variety of services for your business or personal needs. We offer walk-in drug and alcohol testing, background checks, DNA testing. Ask about our third-party administrative services for program and policy development for your organization. We have free drug and alcohol testing consultations. Contact us today at one of our 5 locations. Rely on our fast, friendly, and confidential service to help your organization stay in compliance. Preble Medical Services. Put our experience to work for you.
Hi all, John here from South 40 Beef. It's summertime, time to get your grill on. Hear that sizzle? Oh yeah, steaks, burgers, ribs, guaranteed local from Southwest North Dakota. The best beef you can get anywhere. It's so tender it slices like a hot knife through butter. One bite and you'll think twice about buying beef anywhere else. Beef this good will only come from your local ranchers. Visit south40beef.com for weekly specials and order online today.
This fall, Norse Fest is back with 4 festive days of fun and excitement you don't want to miss. It's North America's biggest celebration of Scandinavian culture, cuisine, and everything else. The music, the surprises, the history, the tradition, the flavors, the fun, and the live entertainment. Incredible! Go to hustfest.com for tickets and more information. The Norse Hustfest in Minot, North Dakota. Welcome to the show.
What makes best reviews the best reviews?
Ooh, pretty colors.
They have an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations.
Oh no, Count Bristol. We settle this dispute through dance.
To give honest, reliable recommendations on just about any product you can imagine. So you can be confident that whatever you're buying is right for you.
Faster, Count Bristol, faster!
Whatever you're into. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
Good Day Dakota continues on KX News.
Well, it's 5:23. Welcome back. Let's take a look at today's consumer news. The automotive research company Kelley Blue Book says that the average price Americans paid for a new vehicle in August hit a record high of $48,301. That's the 5th consecutive month car prices have risen to record highs, and strong demand and low inventories are driving the rise. Kelley Blue Book says that the average price of a car is nearly 11% higher than a year ago.
The Biden administration says it's in touch with freight railroads and their unions, urging them to come to a deal and prevent a strike by some 115,000 workers. A deadline to resolve a contract dispute is set for Friday. The head of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce says a national rail strike would be an economic disaster. It's estimated a work stoppage could cost the U.S. economy up to $2 billion a day.
And Hard Rock International says that it is spending more than $100 million to give raises to 10,000 workers who don't receive tips. The raises include an immediate increase to a minimum starting salary of $18 to $21 an hour. The gaming and hospitality company says that the initiative is intended to help employees deal with high inflation and reduce employee turnover. The raises apply to 95 job classifications, including cooks, housekeepers, front desk clerks, security workers, and cashiers.
You ever been to a Hard Rock?
I have, when I was in Vegas.
Yeah, I've been to the...
Which is no longer now, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, well, I've been to New Orleans Hard Rock, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it is a cool place to see. Have you?
Yeah, we went to Florida one year, and we went to one in, I think, Orlando.
Nice.
In that area.
Kind of a cool experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, how's the weather going to be out there for getting outside and giving our dogs an experience this morning?
Yeah, definitely a good one this morning. A little bit cooler for some, but not as warm as yesterday. This is Nixon from Marshall. A little good dog there sitting for the picture. But we'll see. Temperature's going to stay cool the rest of the day. We'll have some clouds, maybe not as sunny, and definitely increasing cloud cover throughout the day. Your highs, though, like I said, not as warm as yesterday. We're looking at mid to upper 60s and then pretty much mid to upper 70s, maybe some 80s, just sticking around to the south. But those will move out throughout the afternoon into the night. And we'll have another cool week. We see that in our temperature trend here. We can see we jump up to 80 tomorrow. And we had this drop down into the 60s. We'll sort of rise back up into this upper 70s and right back down to the 60s. That's just what we'll see over the next couple of months here. It's just the average for this time of year. Make sure you stick around because I'll be going over in just a little bit when we can see some more rain and much, much more.
Thank you, Stone. America's largest grocery chain just launched a new budget-friendly line of products. And soybeans rise most of the year. Jane King is at the NASDAQ with those stories and more in today's Ag and Energy Report.
Soybean prices climbed 5% yesterday, the most in a year, after a closely watched crop report signaled shockingly tight supplies. Drought-stressed U.S. crops are leading to the tighter supplies. Other potential threats loom, including a possible U.S. freight rail strike later this week. Meanwhile, that strike could send coal prices plummeting. For coal producers, railroads are the #1 mode of transportation. A potential strike among the workers could happen later this week if no agreement is reached. While ground beef and some HelloFresh meal kits may have been contaminated with E. coli. Food safety officials at the USDA warned that the potentially contaminated meat was shipped to consumers in July. And Kroger announced it's launching SmartWay. That's a budget-friendly private label. It will include about 150 products. The newly branded items will be easy to spot due to the brightly colored signage. The SmartWay label currently has canned goods, jarred pickles, dish soaps, breads, napkins, and more items are expected to be available this fall. From the NASDAQ market site, I'm Jane King with your Ag and Energy Report.
You won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. So take Allegra before allergy symptoms take over you.
And new Allegra Hives works from the inside to relieve itching and reduce hives for 24 hours.
Pesky leaks? Gorilla Waterproof Patch and Seal Spray seals out water, air, and moisture. Stops and prevents leaks indoors, outdoors, and virtually anywhere you need for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Today's top stories delivered to your inbox. Sign up for the KX Daily Newsletter today.
Take control of your fields with Pre-Harvest Burn Down by Dakota Agronomy. Burn Down allows for a quicker, more manageable harvest and also helps with perennial weed control. Call today to line up your Pre-Harvest Burn Down with Dakota Agronomy Partners. Professional knowledge, positive results.
Hour-by-hour forecasts, live radar, weather alerts. With the KX Storm Team app, you're protected 24/7 with a notification system you customize to automatically adjust to your location. Get the app, get the alerts. Download the KX Storm Team app today.
Your excitement is infectious. We are so proud of you here in the 701.
Whether it's home, work, or play, life in the 701 is really all about how you live it. Watch Studio 701 weekday mornings at 9.
To keep putting North Dakota first, KX News at 6 is now a full hour. More local stories from across the region, local weather for where you live, and your local sports team scores and highlights. KX News, weekdays from 6 to 7.
Leading local tonight, the shelter in Bismarck has now...
And leading local and other news at 9. Leading local, a haze...
Leading local, North Dakotans could be voting.
Leading local for the communities we serve. KX News, putting North Dakota first. Your business is your lifeline. You need to get your message out to consumers, and KX has the right team to make it happen. Our media professionals consult and work with you to determine your message and design impactful, creative ads. Then, by utilizing multiple stations and online platforms, we target your ideal audience, generating the views and impressions you need to be successful. To jumpstart your next advertising campaign, go to kxnet.com, results driven, and see what our team can do for you.
Pros know. Homeowners know. Steel is always the first and best choice for chainsaws. And there's no better place to buy than your Steel headquarters, home of economy. The new lithium-ion battery-powered units are second to none. Power and runtime allow you to tackle any project, from pruning to downed tree removal. And gas-powered units are also available for the really big jobs. Find yours today at Home of Economy.
Look out, I have a pro on my team.
We got this.
Stay focused. If I make this, we win. Don't screw this up.
He'll screw it up.
He should really stick to fixing cars.
KX News at 4 is for you. Anchor Joel Porter looks at what's new in tech, the classroom, North Dakota destinations, local news, and meteorologist Tom Schrader delivers your weather forecast. KX News at 4, putting North Dakota first, weekdays on KX. Josh Meny, leading local news on Good Day Dakota.
Forecast first with the KX Storm Team.
Welcome back, everyone. Halfway through the hour. Starting off on our KX cam in Harvey, the quiet streets this morning. Good morning, everyone out in Harvey. It's a cooler one this morning. We're looking at temperatures sitting at that upper 40s, the mid 40s, even some mid to upper 50s, and some lower or some upper 50s. They had some 60s this morning. Those are starting to go away. It's going to be a cooler one today. A lot cooler than yesterday. We're looking at temperatures in that mid to lower 70s. Could see some upper 70s to 80s down to the south. But make sure you stick around because I'll be going over how rainy the rest of the week could be and what our temperatures will play out. Good Day Dakota continues right now.
Now more Good Day Dakota on KX News.
It's 5:31. Welcome back. A $4.2 million project to install metal poles with reflective markers along two-lane highways across the state has been put on hold now. And that is due to worries and concerns about how the new poles affect farmers driving large equipment. The new posts were installed just this summer along state highways with shoulders that were less than 8 feet wide. Now they will be removed as the Department of Transportation redesigns the project. State Senator Jan Myrdal says that the hard metal posts will likely be replaced by flexible posts.
New this morning, it's been weeks since school has been in session, but one particular behavior can be found and unwanted at any school district: bullying. According to StopBullying.gov, 19% of students grades 9 through 12 reported being victims of bullying. With technology, victims don't always meet their bully in person, but through social media. KX News spoke with one school district to find out what policy is in place for disciplinary action if bullying is discovered on school grounds or even behind closed doors.
Could be some suspensions. It could get very severe that kids are actually removed and placed at a different school.
There is information available on identifying the signs if your child may be a victim of bullying, and that can be found on our website, kxnet.com.
Well, North Dakota is set to receive $6 million after an investigation showed the e-cigarette company Juul misled customers about its nicotine content and marketing towards kids. So just how prevalent is vaping in North Dakota, and is vaping really helping people to quit smoking, as the vaping industry claims? Well, according to the North Dakota Department of Health and Human Services, that really depends on your definition of quit. They say that many people merely transfer products and that these products all have nicotine, which is addictive. According to the data, more adults in the state of North Dakota now vape than smoke.
These are people that may have never considered smoking, who are now vaping, who are addicted to nicotine because a lot of the vaping products, starting with Juul, had the means to modify the chemical makeup of the products to make them more addictive. So we're seeing people with a serious nicotine addiction.
Now, Sharbat says that whether you use cigarettes, cigars, vape, or chew, it's still nicotine, and the addiction is there, and it will never go away unless you treat it.
We are seeing an increase in adults and youth who want to quit vaping and find it, you just don't stop because it's the nicotine addiction. It hasn't been any easier to quit. It's still that same addiction.
And he says not to give up because it can take multiple attempts to quit. And if you would like to end a nicotine addiction, contact your healthcare provider or visit our website at kxnet.com for information on ND Quits.
Organizations serving people with disabilities made their first step towards solving a transportation problem impacting our community. Without a cab company, Minot Public Transit and Souris Basin Transportation are on their own in getting people in Ward County to their destinations. City Transit operates from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and the Souris Basin transportation system that provides scheduled rides gets booked quickly. With the closing of Central Cab, after-hour ride companies like Uber and Lyft usually cannot accommodate people with disabilities. By 2023, the City of Minot plans to have additional routes, but no plans have been made for extending hours or days because of employee shortages. Meetings between organizations serving people with disabilities and the City of Minot are being held to brainstorm ways to serve all people in the area at all times.
We're definitely aware of the needs of the community, but like with anything else, we also have to work within our constraints that we have as far as, federal guidelines and what we can do with the employees that we have and can get.
Minot City Transit is the most affordable option for transportation, but outside of regular hours, you can call Souris Basin Transportation to schedule a ride.
Well, September marks Self-Improvement Month, and KX News spoke with a dietitian to learn how people can easily improve their diets. Registered dietitian Christina Hokinson helps her patients to know their hunger cues so that they can know when they should eat. She says that people can start improving their diets by adding fruits and vegetables into their meals, and Hokinson says that another thing people should do is to avoid restricting certain foods from their diets.
When we tend to put foods on a pedestal or think that they're a bad food, it tends to be the only thing that we think about. If you're like, hey, I'm never going to eat this again, usually the first thought is about the thing that you're never going to eat again. So really neutralizing food and having a place where all foods can fit can be really helpful.
And she says that some signs of hunger cues are your stomach growling, maybe you're feeling faint and not being able to think as clearly.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, like you were saying, when you're pregnant, you get these
you
cravings.
You want everything that you can't have.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Well, it's a mind game, right?
It is. So don't deprive yourself.
That's right. Keep it with us here on Good Day Dakota. Still to come, KX News is your local election headquarters.
And we'll bring you our interview with independent candidate for U.S. Senate, Dr. Rick Becker. That's coming up next.
KX News at 4 is for you. Join anchor Joel Porter to learn what's new in tech, your student's classroom, your finances, the latest scams to be aware of, what's happening in our communities, North Dakota destinations to visit, and more, including a check of the day's local news. And meteorologist Tom Schrader will bring your weather forecast. KX News at 4 is for you, putting North Dakota first. Weekdays at 4 on KX.
Get all your protection under one roof with American Family Insurance agent Emily Grossman in Minot and Garrison.
The power to change your future is now. The SUVs are here. Be one of the first to drive a new Explorer, Bronco Sport, or Edge. Custom order your SUV today. Lock in 2.9% financing for 60 months, plus 500 retail order bonus cash on a new 2023 Ford Explorer, Bronco Sport, or Edge.
Celebrate every day with National Day Calendar. Join me weekday mornings during Good Day Dakota and Studio 701 to learn what's fun, unusual, or unique about the day.
National Day Calendar on KX is brought to you by Affinity First Federal Credit Union.
The Dakota Territory Air Museum celebrates the women with the right stuff. Women Wine and Wings will introduce you to barnstorming stunt pilot Pancho Barnes. Meet Nick Spark, writer and producer of the documentary The Legend of Pancho Barnes and the Happy Bottom Riding Club. Don't miss this celebration featuring women on the cutting edge of flight. Enjoy wine and hors d'oeuvres, all presented in the spirit of these pioneers of aviation. Women Wine and Wings, September 14th at the Dakota Territory Air Museum.
To keep putting North Dakota first, KX News at 6 is now a full hour. More local stories from across the region, local weather for where you live, and your local sports team scores and highlights. KX News, weekdays from 6 to 7.
Join the conversation on Facebook and Twitter with Good Day Dakota.
It's 5:39. Welcome back. KX News is your local election headquarters, and leading up to November, we'll be interviewing several candidates and going through what's on the ballot. This candidate is considered an impactful intellectual leader within North Dakota conservative politics, but he's also been called a threat to the state Republican Party. I sat down with Dr. Rick Becker to discuss his independent bid for U.S. Senate. Dr. Rick Becker joins us to discuss his independent candidacy for U.S. Senate. Dr. Becker, thank you for being here.
You bet. Happy to be here, Josh.
Now, Dr. Becker, you're considered to be an important, impactful, intellectual leader within the conservative movement within North Dakota. Why do you consider yourself the true conservative in this race, and where does Senator Hoeven fall short?
Well, you know, the word conservative means something, and people who, I guess, think of Republicans as conservative just automatically assume they go together, and they don't. Republican is simply a political party. Now, it's supposed to be adhering to conservative principles. It's in the platform, but there are a lot of elected officials who don't hold those principles true. And so it's not that I want to say true and not true, it's just who espouses those principles, who really believes in those principles of limited government and limited taxation, maximizing freedom, you know, all of these types of things that are so critical to making society and our communities prosperous and healthy. And so, yeah, I think I have 10 years of history of voting on bills, and I've been staunch, and I think that's why how I get separated out is that I stand by those principles 100% of the time, and I have viewed the other Republicans as being on my team, and I hold myself and I hold them to a higher standard. I expect them to follow those principles, that platform. Many of them don't. I hold them accountable, and I'm not afraid to, you know, call things out. So when we look at John Hoeven, the incumbent, he has a long track record, 12 years now in the Senate, 10 years before that as governor, a long track record, yes, as a Republican, however, not as a conservative. And his voting record shows that. He has been huge on government spending, on subsidies, cronyism, corporate welfare. Government, well, I'll put it this way to you. Government, in his eyes, is the solution to many, many, if not all, problems. In my eyes, I'll borrow from Ronald Reagan. Government is many, many times the problem.
Now, you've been characterized as using smash-mouth, bare-knuckle politics. You've called on conservative leaders to be uncompromising with the left. What do you say to the claim that you're a counter-revolutionary threat to the establishment conservative movement in North Dakota?
Well, I am a threat to the establishment movement because I hold these principles firm, and I hold those people accountable. They don't like that. They like to play within their country club type of atmosphere. They like to play the good old boy game. It's the same thing that goes on in Washington, D.C. I have no part of that. I call it out. People in North Dakota, people across the United States appreciate that. That's what they're looking for. The establishment, whether it's in North Dakota or the rest of the country, can't stand that because that shows them for who they are.
Now, will you call on Hoeven to debate?
At 100%. I think it's good for North Dakota. He is a long-standing incumbent, but people rarely hear from him. And I think it's only good for the electorate to be informed. And they have 3 candidates in this race. They should hear from all of them. They should hear the differences. And when they go to the polling booth, know who it is that the right person is for them.
All right, Dr. Rick Becker, thank you so much for your time.
You bet. Happy.
All right, well, switching gears here.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the weather here. And we had a nice day yesterday, kind of summer-like, but it sounds like we're not going to get many of those probably.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a possibility there could be, but not this week. It's looking a little wet. Right now, temperatures on our KX Cam quad view here, we're seeing temperatures in that lower 50s to upper 50s there, 57 here in Bismarck. Maybe a little bit windy, 5 to 10 miles per hour winds, but take a look at our wake-up weather as you're getting up and about, getting ready for work, checking your phone as you get out of bed. We're looking at temperatures at 50 to 60 degrees. You'll have clear skies and a northeast wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour. And, well, this is going to be a sad one for some people. We're looking at today's sunrise at 7:18. We've got about 12 hours and 40 minutes of daylight. But sunset, it's the first day where sunset is now earlier than 8 p.m. It will be sunset at 7:58 p.m. Yesterday it was at 8 p.m., but we're finally past or earlier than that 8 p.m. It's starting to get a little bit darker earlier, and some people I know will not enjoy that.
Well, finally, we're going to have an evening, night skies when I go to bed.
Yeah.
I saw some fist pumps back here earlier when you had mentioned that, Stone.
So are you like a vampire? Do you need that?
Yeah, I thought you knew that.
Yeah. Same. I guess we're getting close to spooky.
Well, I was just going to say it's almost October.
Almost spooky season. Thank you, Stone. Now let's check out our National Day calendar.
And today we celebrate our favorite uncle and the nickname that has stuck for 2 centuries.
Welcome to September 13th on the National Day calendar. When we hear the name Uncle Sam, we immediately picture the serious man in the star-spangled hat, all decked out in red, white, and blue. Did you know that Uncle Sam is based on a real person? During the War of 1812, Samuel Wilson of Troy, New York, worked in a meat packing plant. The factory provided American troops with food for the war effort, and thus their barrels and crates were stamped U.S. The stamping was Samuel's job, and his co-workers began joking that U.S. stood for Uncle Sam. The joke was on them, however, as the name stuck and became a symbol of our nation's pride and strength. On National Uncle Sam Day, celebrate your own patriotic spirit and be careful with nicknames that can last a lifetime. I'm Marlo Anderson with the National Day calendar. See you again tomorrow as we celebrate every day.
Head over to our website, kxnet.com.
All right, and there's still plenty of news and weather ahead on Good Day Dakota, including, do you want a chance to compete in a real-life squid game?
Yeah, we'll tell you about an opportunity to do just that coming up at 5:54. And meteorologist Stone Schaefer will give us a look out over the region this morning. It's a beautiful morning. That's coming up in your full forecast.
The strength of our team here at SMP Health is what's helped us to get through that. We care for each other, not only the residents, but our coworkers, and we lift each other up in our spirits, in our faith, and our belief in each other. And I think that's the most important thing. I love working here, and I couldn't see myself being anywhere else.
They provide a home life environment here. They provide a lot of activities. SMP Health is just unbelievably good.
Since 1908, H.A. Thompson & Sons has helped thousands of buildings run comfortably through the hottest and coldest weather in North Dakota.
Now, our guaranteed maintenance agreements for heating and cooling systems keep your equipment running efficiently, reducing costs, and providing consistent comfort. Preventive maintenance doesn't cost, it actually saves. And we'll show you how to save money and improve your comfort.
Working together, we'll find ways to help your building and budget with our custom maintenance plans.
Call us today, H.A. Thompson & Sons.
I'm John Hoven, and I approve this message. As Senator, I work every day helping North Dakota's small businesses, building our energy industry, supporting farmers and ranchers, and backing our law enforcement, our military, and our veterans. I've pushed back on vaccine mandates, taxes, spending, and over-regulation by the Biden administration that is taking our state in the wrong direction.
John Hoven's commitment is to North Dakota and to fighting for you. John Hoven works for North Dakota.
My name is Austin James. As a musician living with diabetes, finger sticks can be a real challenge. That's why I use the Freestyle Libre 2 system. With a painless 1-second scan, I know my glucose numbers without finger sticks. Now I'm managing my diabetes better, and I've lowered my A1C from 8.2 to 6.7.
Take the mystery out of managing your diabetes and lower your A1C. Now you know. Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
Local weather with the KX News Storm Team.
It's 5:48. Welcome back. Well, the days are getting shorter in terms of sunlight, and it's feeling a little bit cooler. But I mean, we're kind of plateauing, nice temperature-wise.
Yeah, we're definitely getting right to our average, which is 75-ish. So we'll start to see that. And
ideal
perfect weather. Eventually, it'll get colder, but for now, let's enjoy this average nice weather.
For sure.
But starting off on our KX cam here in Watford City, we can see nice street lights. Good morning to everyone in Watford City. Temperatures right now pretty nice. We're looking at 50 degrees, a north-northeast wind at 6 miles per hour, and your dew point sitting at 43. 53 degrees. Right now in Bowman, good morning to everyone out there as well. Temperatures low, 52 degrees. You have a north-northeast wind at 13 miles per hour, and your dew point is sitting at 52 degrees. Satellite and radar, nothing much. Clear skies pretty much for the whole state. Maybe some pop-up sprinkles, maybe a shower or two just moving in from the northwest, but those are pretty much dissipating as they enter the state. And you could see a sprinkle here or there, but it won't be much. It'll just be a quick one. And well, your temperatures right now, like I said, it's nice out. We're looking at that mid to upper 40s, some mid to upper 50s. It's just a nice morning to be out and about, but it is a bit windy. We are seeing winds right now at about 5 to 15 miles per hour from the northeast. And those winds will sort of pick up through the day. We could see wind gusts at 25 to 30 miles per hour, maybe even a little faster for some areas. And it's going to be windy tomorrow too. It's just going to be a windier, breezier start to the week. And we see that in our wind trend here for the next 12 hours, that pick up in wind speeds. We're starting out about 11, 10 miles per hour this morning, and we'll pick up maybe around 16 to 20 miles per hour by 5 p.m. tonight. Like I said, it's going to be a windier start to the week, but it will eventually calm down as we get later in the week. Your highs for today, a lot cooler than yesterday. We're looking at upper 60s to the lower to mid 70s, maybe some 80s sticking around down to the south. That warm air, though, will eventually move out just as the week goes on, and we'll see less and less of those 80s and more of those mid to upper 70s. Your precision cast, as you can see, some cloud cover building this morning. That will just move in. We'll have spontaneous spots of cloud, spots of clear skies, but as we get through the day today into tomorrow morning, that's when we'll start to have our first rain chances. Up to the northwest, we'll see a pop-up shower or two just in that Williston, Minot area, and that rain chance will really continue over the next couple of days. Into tomorrow afternoon, we'll see some more rain chances off to the west, but as we get through the day, Wednesday into Thursday morning, that's when we'll start to see those rain chances move to the central and eastern parts of the state, and that rain chance will really linger and continue pretty much into Thursday night, Friday morning, Friday night, even the weekend, even the next Monday. That's when we'll still see a rain chance. We can see that here on our potential rain, just some light rains off to the west, and that will pick up through the day on Thursday into Friday morning, where we can see maybe up to an inch some areas south of Minot and some heavier areas up north. And you could have areas that maybe pick up more, maybe pick up less, just based on how the rain hits. Your temperatures tomorrow, we're looking at, well, mid to upper 70s, maybe some 80s. It's going to be a nicer day. Dickinson 3-day forecast here. We can see that temperature rise, or chance of rain, and a little breezy. Then on Thursday, we'll be back in the 70s with that rain chance in pretty much everywhere. And then in Williston, your 3-day forecast, we can see temperatures stay pretty even, right about that lower to upper 60, or lower to upper 70s, lower upper 60s. Rain chance on Wednesday. For your Minot 7-day forecast, we can see that rain chance just really lingers all the rest of the week into next week. Temperatures, though, will stay in the mid 60s to the lower 70s. We'll have 77 on Monday, though, with that rain chance. And then for your Bismarck 7-day forecast, same thing. Rain chance just lingers around all the way up till really next Monday. And then that's when we'll see really temperatures start to even out. We'll be back at 77 and Sunday on Monday.
It is kind of dry out there. So
yes, it is. We had the red flag warning yesterday for parts of western North Dakota. So
moved in from Montana,
Yep.
just making its way across the state. So yeah, this maintenance rain will definitely be nice.
Yeah, not a bad thing. Thank you, Stone. Plenty of stories ahead on Good Day Dakota, including, are you a fan of the Netflix series Squid Game?
Well, if so, then we have an opportunity to tell you about, albeit safer, that story's coming up.
The unexpected happens. Aflac helps cover what insurance doesn't. See Sarah Thorson in Minot for more information.
We just caught a case. Let's get to France. What was stolen?
It is not just a bomb, it's a big bomb.
Okay, this is weird. We need to evacuate.
Everybody get back!
2 more bombs.
This is a manifesto. There's our connection.
Hello? He's planning a large-scale attack just like we thought.
Stop! Get back! Run!
Update your home and find your style with 11% off Patriot Lighting at Menards. Choose from our huge selection of lights and ceiling fans. They add elegance to any room and reduce energy costs all year round. We carry a great selection of styles and finishes, so you're sure to find a look that's right for you. Stop in and brighten your day with 11% off all lights and ceiling fans from Patriot Lighting, now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Looking for a great pre-owned vehicle? Then why shop anywhere else but Minot's #1 pre-owned car dealership 9 years in a row, Murphy Motors, next to new. Now located at 800 20th Avenue Southwest, we focus on you. Car buying should be fun, hassle-free. Our impressive selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs are sure to meet your needs. Plus, we pay top dollar if you're looking to trade in or sell. Browse online or stop by our new location, Murphy Motors, next to new Minot.
Thank you for starting your day with Good Day Dakota.
It's 5:54. Welcome back. Let's take a look at our top health stories now. A concussion can impact performance in the classroom, and a new study in the journal Injury Prevention found that adolescents with a concussion in the last 12 months were 25% more likely to be in poor academic standing at school. The study analyzed more than 10,000 American high schoolers, and nearly 15% reported at least one concussion in the last year. And far fewer pets were neutered during the pandemic, and experts say that it's now leading to overflowing animal shelters. Researchers at the University of Florida estimate that nearly 3 million dogs and cats are missing spay and neuter surgeries, in part due to a nationwide shortage of veterinarians. And eating your meals during the day instead of at night could help to improve mental health. A study from Brigham and Women's Hospital found that nighttime eating increased depression by as much as 26% and anxiety by as much as 16%.
Well, turning back to local news now, you may remember the hit Netflix series Squid Game. Well, now you have a chance to compete in an actual Squid Game.
Yeah, there's a new reality TV show looking for contestants to compete in their own version of Squid Game. Netflix is looking for 456 players just like in the show.
And if you haven't seen it, Squid Game centers around contestants who have dire financial struggles and are hoping to win billions of dollars competing against each other in typical childhood games such as red light, green light. However, unlike the original Netflix show where contestants are eliminated through death, the company said the worst fate is going home empty-handed in the game.
And Netflix is looking for North Dakotans who think they have what it takes to bring home a sweet $4.2 million.
I've been working reality TV for 15, 20 years, and I can't even think of somebody who I've cast from North Dakota. And so all of us sort of sat around at the beginning and said, what are those places? What are those areas? We definitely want to make sure we get people to represent every state in the country.
Here you go, folks. To learn how you can sign up for the new reality show, go to kxnet.com to get signed up. You haven't watched Squid Games. No. I have. I got kind of sucked in. It's kind of horrifying. So it's good that this game is, you know, it's just you lose out on the money.
Yeah, yeah. I've known casting directors, and she's got that energy.
Oh, absolutely.
Get out there, get North Dakotans.
Rope them in. Stone, did you watch Squid Games?
I watched parts of it. I never really got into it that deep. I've more like watched highlights on YouTube, I guess.
Right, right. It's horrifying. It really is horrifying, but I could see it being a fun game on a non-horrifying side. Just playing those kid games, you know, that
maybe a little bit creepy.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, how's the weather looking out there,
Stone? Starting this live look on our temperatures right now, we can see pretty nice. We're looking at upper 40s, some mid 40s to mid to upper 50s. So pretty much just a cooler morning this morning. Not as cool as normal, but your highs today, it's going to be cooler today than yesterday. We're looking at highs in the upper 60s to the lower to mid 70s. And your 10-day temperature trend, well, we're going to go up a little bit and we'll go down pretty much in this cycle of going down to the 60s, back to the 70s, down to the 60s. That'll be the cycle for the next couple of weeks just as we get into the fall season and closer to the dreaded winter.
Dreaded winter. We're saying that word now. We're getting closer. Thank you very much, Stone, and thank you for waking up with us in the first hour of Good Day Dakota. Still ahead. We are a few weeks into the school year now, and it's important that our children learn a safe and healthy environment.
That's right. Reporter Cameron Brewer will tell us about efforts to deter and stand against bullying. That's coming up in the second hour. Stick with us.